In the festive season, when all your family and close friends are gathered in the same location, it's a great time to get the camera out. Group portraits can be a little tricky to master and require some forward thinking, but if you take the right steps, you can be sure to capture a cracker of a shot. At our NPhoto Christmas party, we had the entire team in front of the lens drinking bubbly. You want your portraits to convey that fun and festive feel, so placing champagne flutes or props in their hands will enhance this aspect. It also helps to include some foreground interest in the frame to set the scene and give your shot that festive atmosphere. In ours, we had some mince pies and gold chocolate coins placed on a reflective table. One of the trickiest aspects of group shots is how to arrange your subjects. I opted for a simplistic diamond formation, placing one person above, one below and two at the sides. If you're shooting large groups, use chairs and line people up in front and behind. It really helps to fill the frame rather than getting your subjects to stand in a straight line. When it comes to clothes, block colours work well. Complicated patterns can be distracting and take away from the group dynamic. Think about where you're going to position each person in relation to their height and clothing colour. When it comes to lighting, there are a couple of options: flash or natural. Natural light is by far the easiest and the one I'd recommend for using a simple setup, but if this isn't an option, then it helps to bounce the flashlight against the ceiling for an even exposure. When it comes to setting up your camera, then I'd recommend putting it into the manual mode and setting the aperture around f5.6. If you're shooting in a very light room, then close the aperture down further to f8. You want to make sure that everyone's face in the frame is sharp, so you need to arrange your subjects so they're all standing or sitting on the same plane. If someone is too far back or forward, you run the risk of them softening. Next, you'll need to consider the shutter speed. Around 1/100th of a second will ensure your subject stays sharp and compensate for any small movements they may make. This just leaves you to balance your ISO. Many DSLRs have the option to select the auto ISO, which is a quick and easy way to ensure you have a correct exposure. So there we go, our top tips for shooting great group portraits in the festive season. We hope you give it a go yourself this Christmas to capture your special memories and moments.